Hello everybody, this is Lou in Hawaii. I made a shabby vintage look cigar box and I'm just finishing it up. I meant to show you the step by step, but I wasn't able to do that. We've had a lot of rain here in the islands. It's been quite dark. Anyway, this box was very brightly colored. It was one of those Cuban cigar boxes, red and yellow, and had a Cuban lady on there and lots of gold and so forth, and I tried to pull off all the paper. In fact, I tried to soak it off, could not get it off. So I decided I'd just leave it. So in places there, I don't know if you can see that, but there's the pieces of paper that were originally there. I like a box that's wooden, that has the original hardware on it, and I also look for boxes that have hinges like this, not the paper ones that don't have the hinge. So after I found the box, cleaned it up, tried to get off as much paper as I could, I gave it a good whitewash, and I used some different kinds of white paint. I used gesso, I think, and then I used white paint with just a hint of sort of a beigey yellow, just a drop, just to tone it down a little bit. So I painted the inside and the outside just roughly. I didn't want to make it too, too clean and finished. So the next thing I did was I printed off some French advertising labels and I had some music. And this came from the Graphics Fairy, I believe. So I adhered this to the inside there with a few pearl buttons and an old brooch piece there. In the bottom, I put music and then some washi tape right around the edge, black and white, with words on that said things like calm, peace, hope, joy, and so forth. So that's all I've done for the interior. Then I've, of course, added some items to that. The picture that I used, I had probably found on the internet. However, I had had it in my collection for a long time, so I went ahead and printed that off on some nice paper, and I actually stitched around the edge before I put it on. It gives it a nice sort of photographic quality. I had some lace that I added. This lace, a lot of it is hidden, but hopefully you can see enough of it. This is lace that I got in a flea market. And that was the embellishment, just to, add to the overall look. Didn't want anything too much or too heavy, so that's quite delicate. The last thing I did on top was I had this ribbon. It's romantic ribbon, and it's on tape, and I think the writing is meant to be in gold. It looks like it's worn off a bit, and it's sort of a beigey color, so I put that right across there. Then to finish up, just to add something, some fluff and some shabbiness, I made a ribbon with, I think it's 2-inch wide organza that I just torn, and there was 1.5 yards of that, and I tied it into a shoelace bow. I glued that on. Then I took 2 yards of seam binding that I tea-dyed and wrinkled, and I glued that also there, right there. Now the last thing I thought I would do here, because to me there's sort of a hole there, I have some old hat flowers, and I bought these at a thrift shop or something. Oh no, I bought it when I was teaching some quilting. Okay, so I have 2 different ones, and I thought I could add those there. What do you think? Should I add both? They're 2 different kinds. I could add both. I have a velvet leaf that I could poke in with it. I could have put it there, but I don't want to do that. I like the asymmetry of this, so I'm not going to do that. I could just use the whiter flowers, or I could just use these little sort of forget-me-not things. So I'm just going to play with that and think about that. So going back to the inside of the box, here we go. I just am going to put a whole bunch of bits in here, just some ideas here. Okay, I've got a little antique bottle, tied a little ribbon around its neck. I have an old glove that I've decorated, so that could go in. Oh, I was going to put some more lace in there, like an old doily. I have a dove. Oh, I know, I've got a little ballerina, like a cake, I think a cake decoration, but it's an older one, so that would be kind of neat in there. I could also put some more of the flowers in there. What else? Oh, I would add probably a photograph and a few more, maybe some jewelry. Really, I don't know what else I could add to that. I'd probably go around and just pull out boxes and drawers and find little bits and pieces. Anyway, that's my altered shabby chic vintage box. Hope you enjoyed that. And I'll pick up the camera so you can get a better idea of that. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.